Alright, my dudes. Today, we have got one hell of a task ahead of us. One hell of a task. Let's jump in where we left off and take a look. See how things are. Right. Yesterday, we spent a while trying to get a bunch of these puffs. We need to get a lot more of them. But in the meantime, we've got bigger fish to fry. You'll see here, we're running dangerously low on algae. Dangerously low. And with that in mind, we're going to build all this stuff. And it's going to solve a lot of our problems. We're going to use four electrolyzers, which is going to generate as much oxygen as we ever need. Theoretically. We're then going to build 4 hydrogen generators, which can feed off the hydrogen that this produces. That's going to be swell. Need a lot of gold for that. And then that hydrogen is going to partially be used to power this desalinator. And we're going to use that to empty all these. Oh yes. Look how much salt water we've got kicking about. We're going to steal it all. So we've got a bunch of stuff we need to do in that regard. I think, to begin with, there's even more up there. To begin with, we use this water. This will last us like 60 or 70 cycles, which is not bad. It's like 50% of what we've done already, so that's like 14 hours. So this will last us 14 hours. Real-time hours. Although we're playing at like, what, 3 times the speed, so it will actually last us about 6 hours. But that's plenty of time to get a bunch of salt water on the go. So we don't need this yet. Arguably, we don't need these to begin with. What we want is these. How much gold do we actually have? 6 tons. Great. So where do we want to do our oxygen production? I think we want to do it probably up here, right? How much power do these use again? 120. Which is the same as that. So for now, let's replace 2 of these with 2 of these. These are a bit bigger. Let's do the old cancelaroo. Oh, I do want to keep these. I think what we do... I'd like a dedicated oxygen area, if I'm honest. A dedicated oxygen area. Where could we put that? I want to leave this place untouched. Maybe down here? Maybe down here? Let's assume for now that we make it down here. we would want 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we want them there? No, they're too near our pollution area. We've got another pollution area down here, which we could empty of pollution and utilize. Or we could just do it up here. But if we're utilizing all this water, we're going to need to get this water over to it. So I feel like we've got water here that we can use. Part of me says we do it here. You know what? F it. So I want 4 of these. Like to do that. Not really happy with that location, to be fair. Down here it's too hot. Way too hot. Over here it's too random. Up here it's fine. But it's too high. So, yeah, I think we do it here. If I was to do that, if I was to do that, yeah. We can build a transformer here. And this is hopefully going to be great. My only concern with building them here is the pressure. Let's build them. We can always dismantle them if we decide we don't want them. Let's set up our wires. And then they want Wait. Hold the phone. Does their hydrogen just get dumped out into the same room? Looks like it might do, right? There's no gas output valve. There's no gas output valve. Which means... this is a lot of hot oxygen. Right. That means we don't want these to be airflow. And we want an airlock. I think I want 2 airlocks. Like the madman that I am. And then they want water, huh? We're going to use this water for now. That is... how many blocks is that? 4 by... 12. So that's 48, roughly, 48 tons of water. Which should last us 48 cycles. If we're using it at full capacity. And then we can start draining these off. And these off, and these off, and these off, and these off. We're on the aquatic level, so there should be loads of this salt water around that we can turn into regular water and shove down here. So, let's do that. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'd like to make another stable for these guys. They are pooping out algae. Not enough algae. Devon's got slime lung, but that's totally fine. Yeah, we can't reach that. That's fine. And then I want a pump. Yeah! Well, I'm actually going to change that. I don't like having them joined together. I think it's whack, as the cool kids would say. Now I should probably put a filter in there somewhere to say that only water goes up, just in case something else goes in here. But I can't be arsed. So we're going to assume that this is just water. And that's going to need power. Also, that water is pretty hot. mean, I don't really care if it's hot, but they sure do when they get in it. Right, which circuit should we queue this up to? I think this one's good, right? That only needs 240. This circuit currently has... Where's our power overlay? 720. So we can hook that up to it. So let's do it. Are they going to say they can't reach that? What a bunch of losers. That's fine. They can have a little helper ladder. And then these are going to produce oxygen and C to the O to the 2. Not CO2. Hydrogen. Hydrogen. So, we need to pump the oxygen out, but leave the hydrogen in there. And then we're going to make some power plants that use the hydrogen to make power. And then we should be good. I want that disabled for now. We are going to be cutting this pretty fine because we are low on algae. Not a pretty sight. As much as these are making slime, they're not making a huge amount of slime. These use 1,000 per second, so that pump can do 10 per second. 10 kilos. So that pump will definitely deal with those 4. Which is cool. Nice, so that is set up. Now, we need a gas pump. I wonder which is heavier, oxygen or hydrogen. Oxygen or hydrogen? Don't know. Either way, we want that pump. And we want a filter. And then we want to take this, the oxygen, and just dump it outside. Need to hook power up to that. We're still within our limit. And then the hydrogen is going to be used by these guys who have a gas intake pipe. So for that, I want 4 of these. Will 4 fit here? Yes. Hey, let me cancel it. 4 will fit there, so... I hate that. Oh, it deconstructs the stuff under it. We're going to do this sequentially. Come on. Is there no hotkey for deconstruct, no? There we go. Right. So these guys... gonna go like 1, 2, 3, 4. X for deconstruct. Ah, that's right. You're right, lone coin. I totally forgot. That's a waste. And then we just need... I'm going to use airflow tile. Oh, I can't use airflow tiles there. Ooh, that's nasty. Curse this wire. Curse this wire. I'm going to have to move this entire wire down one. Ah, that sucks. I mean, we can do it, but it's just annoying. It's real annoying. Okay. Come on, guys. She's got herself trapped. What a loser. Well, I'm sure she'll live there until they fix it. I'm not building her a ladder to get down. It's her own fault. It's your own fault, Camille. Just jump off. You can survive a fall from that height. Just jump. So this should be good. I also need to... Might as well do this during the night. Do that. No, wait, I don't need to do that one. Is it even going to let me do that? I guess it was. Let me re-pipe it back in. Yeah, wet yourself. That's fine. She'll get free soon. Hey. There we go. Sometimes it bugs out and doesn't let you build stuff. I'm not really sure why. Freedom! Wait, is she too hot? Hey, clean up after yourself. Now I need to sort out this power again. I don't think they can build through tiles, which is a little frustrating. Sure, that's fine. Power loop detected, but we're going to fix that. Ah, that sucks. Can't just decouple something. Or I don't know how to decouple something. But that's fine. I just needed to tidy these wires up a bit. Down to 1700. Once this is sorted, we can start generating oxygen. Out to in. And you are going to filter hydrogen. And you are going to send that hydrogen down here. I'm a little concerned about the heat these are going to generate. If I'm honest, we might end up with a ton of heat. It's going to dump that out where the Wheezewort is, which might help. But it might not help enough. We may find ourselves baking our base. Which means I probably need to get some cooling on the go, some real cooling. I wish we had more Wheezeworts, but there was only 4 in here. I don't think you can duplicate them. We do have this thing. The anti-entropy thermo nullifier, which uses hydrogen. But I think that just cools down the area around it. So we would need to pipe something in there and then pipe it back out. We can use that as like a giant fridge. Potentially. Can they not reach that? They cannot. They cannot reach it. That is shitty. That's real shitty. Why is there a random power cable there? Oh, because it's not been built. Ah, that sucks. That really sucks. Okay. I guess we're doing this. Guess I didn't really need that second ladder. Come on. That's reachable now, right? Insufficient resources. We've got no copper. Damn, we've actually got no copper. There's a bit lying about. There's like one chunk there. They can't reach it. A few chunks there that they can't reach. We can mine out this. Should probably use insulated tiles down here, to be fair. There's quite a lot of heat down there. What do you need for an insulated tile? Anything, huh? I've been meaning to do this for a while. Not sure how viable that is, but it might help. Hard to say, really. Oh, got no power. That's fine. We just need to hook this back up, and then our coal will be back in. Plus, we'll be getting these online. Four kDTU per second. I don't know what a kDTU is. Good. So yeah, I don't know if that's actually going to help, but they do seem to be cooling, so maybe it helped. And then this has got a power loop. Why? Oh, because of this. I'm such a turd. Well, you'd think I'd be able to say, just cancel this connection, right? But when you do that, it nukes them both. Now no one can turn that on, huh? Can ladders go in front of these? Yes. Now, we should be able to enable that, and something should happen. As to what will happen, I don't know. The water goes up. These start creating both. God damn it, a bit of hydrogen got through. And eventually the hope is that these will become super viable. I don't know though. This isn't proving to be as meticulous as I would have hoped. In fact, you could argue it's proving to be kind of lame. Looks like hydrogen is heavier than oxygen. Which is cool. Eventually, I assume that'll work itself out. I can feel it in my bones. Maybe I should have given them a pump each, made like separate rooms. Maybe. We're currently pumping out a reasonable amount of oxygen. We're not getting as much hydrogen as I would hope. Now it says, right, if you look at these, but they're not creating all the time because of the max gas pressure. That's what the problem is. So this pump can't pump fast enough. Okay. That's cool. This means I'm going to destroy 3 of these. How much can a gas pipe hold? It doesn't tell you. How much can a gas pipe hold? Gas pipe, oxygen not included. How much can it hold? Must have a limit, right? 100 grams of gas. Okay. These create 1,000 rather, grams of gas. So one pipe can deal with all of one of these, which means that one pump can deal with one of all of these. Which means if I give each one of these a pump, one pump can deal with one of these. So yeah, I want to destroy 3 of those, and I want to do that for reasons that might become clear. When you deconstruct it, the water comes out. Oh, whatever. We need a good bit of water. That is kind of annoying. Curse this power wire. Curse it to the depths of Hades. Okay. You. Disable. Guess we got a little bit of hydrogen floating around in our base. That's fine. Right. So if I do... It's like a rave. This. Then I do... this. Mm-hmm. We're gonna try it with just one for now. See if we can get it working efficiently. Okay, that's fine. It does need a filter as well. does need a filter. Which won't fit there, annoyingly. We do have this. This is currently doing nothing. Don't think anyone can get in there to do anything. This would be the perfect place for them, right? This would be like Filterville. They're gonna say no one can reach that, yeah. You know what, that's fine. We can... set up this row. We've got loads of food anyway. Let's set up this row. It'll be colder up here anyway. And then we'll do the old switcheroo. It'll take time for them to grow, but we've got an excess of food, so it's fine. Hey, and we'll get a bit of algae out of this. Okay, cool. Now for power... we should probably use a transformer. Transformers in disguise, which is cool because we're going to nuke this and replace it up here. What's a smart storage bin? Stores the solid resources of your choosing. Sends a green signal when the bin is full. We don't care about that just yet. Hey, let me paste it. Goddamn game. Right, this was just storing dirt. I believe. Dirt, fertilizer, and phosphorite. Then we can build our Shoot, they take up 3. Yeah, whatever. Then we can build our Phosphoratu. Don't know why I said that. What I meant was our transformer. We can build that here. Sure. I just want to see if this works. Building lacks resources. That's fine. So... I guess I could hook this up to that, but I want this explicitly for these. Because that can do 1,000, right? They are 360 each, so one transformer is not going to be enough for 4 of these. And that's going to go into there. That's going to go... over here, really. This is the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It needs to come over. Or under. Probably over. Which would make it the third one, not the fourth, not the second. Like that, and then this. And just go down here. Totally. Let's see what happens. And this should give a steady flow, theoretically. Should probably turn on that filter, huh? That's as close to a steady flow as we're gonna get. It is technically making enough for this, I believe. The problem... the problem is that some of the hydrogen is going here. Which is super naff. There's no real way to resolve that. Except that hydrogen goes up and oxygen goes down. As we can see here. Which means... let's disable that. Might be able to save some power here. We might have to completely rebuild this area. But we might be able to make this a bit more efficient. This is all about learning, which we are doing. Like we learnt about the polluted water yesterday. And I did this little thing. Which I'm going to keep there as a reminder. Right, that is a vacuum now. Somehow CO2 is getting generated in there. Nah, there we go. It's a vacuum. Cool. So, what I would need to do this might end up being really dumb. I think I would need to limit this, right? Put a gas valve on it. And say you're only allowed to take that much. And then I would need... Where is it? This thing. This creates... Nine parts, is it? 9 parts. And 8 of them are oxygen. So if we have 2 tiles for hydrogen, we would need 16 tiles for oxygen. So that the pressure stayed the same. Because the oxygen is going to rise. No, the hydrogen is going to rise. But the oxygen, while it's going to drop, the pressure is going to build up so fast that it's quickly going to come up here and override the hydrogen, right? Now what I really want, if I want to save these pumps, then I want the pressure to be equal. So that we don't need to filter the gases. Which means doing something really crazy. Somewhere where we have a lot of room. Like here, say. So if I did this, if I did a pump, let's say I did it we need 4 of them, so if I did that, then I would need, now arguably, no, for the pressure I do want the pumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? This is going to look so freaking dumb. Although it might end up looking really cool. If I did that, I would then need 2 more for the... 2 more for the hydrogen. Probably bring these up a notch, huh? Right, and then my line of thinking goes... We have the electrolyzers here. Do we have them here? If we have them here, the hydrogen should go up. The oxygen should go down. Based on the ratio that these produce, these should even out. So the pressure isn't being screwed with. And that means we would need airflow tiles here. But then we need a pump here. Which means that that's super annoying. That's what that means. Because a pump won't fit there. Which means we make this even more ridiculous. I think that's what this means. Alternatively, we widen it. If we widen it, which is the far cheaper option, like that, the ratio stays the same. But we can bring this down 1. No, because then the pump's going to get oxygen. Okay, the ratio stays the same. And presumably, the oxygen will fall. Now, I don't know how true that is. But it feels true. The only thing is it's not 100% predictable, right? It doesn't always fall instantly. Like if this thing pushes the oxygen up, then we're screwed. What I'm thinking is, we put a pump here, and we can be mostly assured that this pump and this pump, this will only get oxygen. This will get hydrogen. We can mostly be certain of that. Then we put a valve there. and a valve there. And we say, you're only allowed, what, 112? And you're allowed 888. And then as long as we don't run out of water, it should always create the right amount. It's a bit dumb looking, there's no denying that. But it might be really cool looking. Theoretically, this would fill up, this would fill up. This is my only beef, this frickin' thing. Knowing how it's going to distribute the oxygen and the hydrogen. But if we let it run, it might... It might be fine. My concern is that whilst we're testing this, we are out of algae. We are straight up out of it. There are some little bits we can pick up. But in terms of oxygen generation, we are kind of boned. See, look, it pushes oxygen upwards. Hence the screwage. Hence the screwage. If only it had an outlet pipe for the hydrogen, this would be a piece of cake. Oh, what a tricky situation. Had a change of heart there. I would like the airlock to be down here. This is going to be super weird. And we are officially out of algae. We can get a bit more, which will delay the inevitable. These guys will keep pooping. They are glum. I should probably make them separate rooms, but I feel like this experiment needs to go ahead first. Will we all asphyxiate before I can get this working? That is the question. Hey, what up, Furtek? We may very well asphyxiate. Fortunately, our base is so big that it's actually gonna take a long time, even when we run out of oxygen, for us to asphyxiate. And I can always turn this on temporarily, so we might be okay. These little guys are starting to poop out what we need. Okay. These guys need a transformer. Let's just create one anywhere for now for testing. Okay. The flow control needs to be 112. The flow control needs to be 888. Now, I'm not hugely convinced by this little scheme of mine, but I am slightly convinced. And slightly convinced is all we really need. That is not the right pipe. And then this one just goes there and outputs. Okay, just goes there and outputs. And that should be everything. Except the water. Ugh. Right, now we play the waiting game. Let them finish this. And assuming I'm not horribly wrong, which I might be, this should work out quite nicely. You know, these Weezeworts are really putting in work. Might actually have to strip them out at some point. Right, they're going to bed, then they'll finish all this. Then we're potentially good. Apart from the whole no more oxygen scenario. But that's what this is for. And if this test does work, then we just build 3 more of these, and we're good. Do I not have enough copper? Insufficient resources, gold. Well, these are made out of gold. We know we can get more gold. There's a ton of it scattered about. I just don't want to go mining for it right now. Okay. Nobody's allowed in there for now. We're gonna let this thing run until it can't run anymore. And we're going to watch what happens with the hydrogen. It should normalize once it fills up. This is sort of doing what I expected it to. My only real concern is that I'm going to have to add those filters anyway. At least one up here. What's this? CO2. How did scumbag CO2 get in there? Ugh. Well, it's normalized enough, right? Let's turn it on and see what happens. Us going in there is going to mess with this somewhat. But not a huge amount, that's why I built this at the bottom. Might even take that CO2 out. See, oxygen keeps sneaking its way in there. Goddamn oxygen. Sacrilegious. Right. Let's go back a few cycles to before I did the craziness. We're gonna come up with a decent strategy for filtering out that hydrogen. It's going to happen. This is not it. How can we... If we make one of these just somewhere... It creates hydrogen and oxygen in the same square. And the problem is that it pumps the oxygen upwards. Which means it messes with my coolness. So what if... we do that. Then we do... But the pressure screws us. It doesn't always generate because of the pressure. You need a way to force the stuff out of this. Because it stops when it reaches maximum pressure capacity. So what I'm thinking is, we do that. Alright, that's going to take everything that creates and it's going to put it somewhere else. Then we say, okay, let's... let's build that. I know you're probably not going to be able to reach up there, so... let's do that, because we're probably going to build up here as well. Hmm. So then we pump that into a filter, like we did before. And we filter the high... we just run into the same problem, right? Same problem we ran into last time. Except that we can maybe do something cool. Let's say yeah, this might work. So we pump it out, then we use a filter. And we say, okay, you're going to pump there. You are you going to pump wherever? Maybe. Maybe you are. But before you pump, you're going to have a valve. And that valve is going to be set to 888. So he can only take 888 at a time, which is what this generates. And you are for hydrogen. And you are going to come out. You're going to go into another valve. Oops. Like that. Did that really... Okay. And you are going to pump... into another room we're gonna make. Another room? Really? Yes, another room. I really don't like the another room idea, but it might be the key. It might be a key. Let's say we had another room like this big. Might be totally redundant. But it might not be. It might not be totally redundant. Meanwhile, this is coming along fine. It's just not creating enough of it. And then in here, this is why I think it might be redundant. We do another one of those. And we say that's fine though, this is experimentation. Good. And then I've trapped that. Not so good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then this comes down here and temporarily we do that. Okay. Maybe I put it one further down. Like that, right? Three times 240 is 720. 720, huh? $720. Ah, that's trash. Wrong element damage. Oh, right. No, wrong element damage. Ah ha 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 ha, that's funny. In a kind of not very funny way. How the crap? We're going back again. Wait, what? Right, we'll do a proper save. Now. See this thing? There's no denying it does work, right? It's just not very good. It does create the oxygen, which is fine. But the hydrogen... The reason for that was that one pump isn't enough. That's what we learned. One pump is not enough. We need one pump per dude. And one pump per dude totally sucks. Because it means we're not getting any power, really. But I would take it. I would definitely take it. Because that's what? 480. So we're getting 320 from each one of these. As a bonus. Which means as long as as long as I was to let's do that. Right? And then I guess where's research? Do you not get high capacity vents? No. See, a high capacity vent would be nice. Right. I definitely want those. And then I want 4 of these. One, two, three. You'll definitely do for one of them. Uh... Yeah. And you are a filter of hydrogen going down to this guy. Mm-hmm. How is that unreachable? In what mad world is that unreachable? Oh. I guess in this mad world that's unreachable, huh? There we go. Right. Then need another one of these. Going from here. And then to here. And this goes to here. And then I need another one of these. Going from here to, I don't know, like maybe here. And then this sure. And then we need another one. Going from here to here. From here to like here. Maybe. For now, sure. Then I've screwed myself because I have no way to get from here. Oh no, I do, sort of. From here to here. So I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna do that. And then... God damn, this sucks. I'm gonna do that. And this sort of maybe works. Because now... Friendship. There is no God. Hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Right, then it's just power. Which is gonna overload one of those. So we need another transformer. Really? Another transformer, huh? Okay. Another transformer. I really need to touch this up at some point. This is experimentation right now. That's my excuse. And it's a good one. I can't believe how big this thing is. Really? Ah! Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. As mega hacky as this is, it might just work. And if it does work, we can tidy it up. But it'll at least solve our oxygen problem for the near future. I do feel like it's not going to work. For that reason. Right there. That it's delivering a whole lot of hydrogen. Mm-hmm. We've got no gold for that final piece of wire, huh? We've got no gold for that final piece of wire. Why am I even building wire out of gold? Right? And why is that wire's potential load so high? There we go. No power. Why is that wire's potential load so high? Huh. Okay. There we go. Huh. There we go. Right. We're good, we're just not generating enough power. Power is the problem now. Now they should be creating enough power to charge themselves. Which it looks like they are in very small amounts. They should actually be providing excess power, but I guess there's other stuff using it. We need to kickstart the process. And to kickstart the process, we are going to do this. Can't build it on. Then we have enough power and we see what happens. The answer is not too much of use. We are creating O2. There's no denying we're creating O2. Not really enough O2. But we are creating it. The problem is this damn hydrogen, right? The hydrogen-oxygen combination. Even though these are producing more hydrogen, they produce 112 and these use 100, they are producing enough hydrogen for each one of these pumps. And that they should be producing enough power between them to power this whole thing. The problem is that the hydrogen likes to fall down and get blown about, so it doesn't all get utilized. And that really screws us. That really screws us. Which means... what if I was to disable these for a sec? There is reasoning behind this. These will start filling up with gas, right? Let them all fill up a decent amount. Not all the way, but a decent amount. Then once we've backloaded it, maybe, just maybe, the system starts to work. It might be that we just have to bootstrap the process, as it were. This one on the end is really suffering. But once this one fills up, this one will go nuts. And at night time it's totally boned. Which kind of sucks. We're almost out of coal though. So we need this power and we need this oxygen. And then we're good. Then we are good. Come on. Achievement unlocked. Which one? Distribute a ton of oxygen using gas vents. Yeah, totally. We did that. I just want to bootstrap all 4 of these generators. Then this should, maybe, possibly, become self-sufficient. Except for the water. But we've got loads of water we can work with. I just want to get this working. Without having to have dudes on treadmills. But once these are all running full time, we shouldn't need the dudes on treadmills, is the theory. Which circuit's overloaded? Why? Oh, because these aren't using a transformer. Well, we're not using that. We're not using those. What is using all the power? What else are these attached to that is not a transformer? How is that using 1441? It shouldn't be, right? Everything's going through a transformer. Oh, I see, I see, I see. This is using 144. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And these are attached straight to it. Ah, whatever. It's not important for our experiment. We'll fix that once the experiment is deemed a success or not. Right, I think we turn them on. See, this one's already running out. How do they have no power anymore? Oh my god, I'm such a fool. Never have I felt like more of a fool than right now. There's no way we have enough resources for that. Look at that. Current load. 1600. Potential load. 1000. How's that work? How can it have more than its potential load? How can it have more than its potential load? Well, they're doing the job. They're definitely doing the job they were asked to do. Pretty well, too. I mean, they should be producing more than that, but there's no denying that they are actually doing what I want them to do, which is produce oxygen, right? The rest of it's a bit weird, but they are producing oxygen. They are definitely producing oxygen and a little bit of power. I'm not hugely happy with them, but they are doing it. So, with that in mind, I'm feeling a bit weird today. A bit weird. I think it says working from home. There's no separation between work and home. And so I'm gonna make a short one today, and I'm gonna go and relax for a bit. I think tomorrow I'll start the stream a bit later. I think there was no gap. I also think tomorrow we might possibly start again. As good as this is, we've learned a lot about base setup. Knowing this, we can actually create a setup initially that will be our final base, which is cool. But I think I might head off. Or we could just start again now. No. I'm gonna head off and relax for a bit. And tomorrow will be business as per usual. But for now, I'm gonna go watch a movie or something. And I shall catch you guys next time, when we're actually gonna make a real base. I'm a real base. And it's gonna be great. Catch you later.